Now I request everyone to kindly rise for our university Kurli.
हरियाणा के अंचल में फरीदाबाद की पहचान है। जगदीश चंद्र बोस विश्वविद्यालय उच्च शिक्षा संस्थान है। हरियाणा के अंचल में फरीदाबाद की पहचान है। तकनीकी शिक्षा शुरू हुई जून 70 में। भारत जर्मन परियोजना वायुसेना अक्षर में। विद्याधर भूषण सर्वश्रेष्ठ घोष है। अखंड प्रेरणा देते जगदीश चंद्र बोस है। सभी क्षेत्रों में ज्ञानार्जन कर राष्ट्र कार्य है लक्ष्य हमारा। दूर करेंगे तिमिर राष्ट्र का शिक्षा ही सोपान है। जगदीश चंद्र बोस विश्वविद्यालय उच्च शिक्षा संस्थान है। हरियाणा के अंचल में फरीदाबाद की पहचान है।
Now we will dive into the few glimpses of our university.
Welcome to the AI world. At Bose University, we are bringing cherished memories to life by transforming old photographs into vibrant visuals. It's a perfect blend of nostalgia and innovation, powered by the magic of artificial intelligence. On this special Foundation Day, we celebrate our incredible journey of excellence, growth, and togetherness. These visuals not only revive our past, but also ignite new dreams for the future. Together, we honor our proud legacy and embrace endless possibilities ahead. Relive the past, reimagined for the future. And now, get ready to experience how our university shines today through this special documentary.
Welcome to the world of learning, where future of tomorrow is shaping up. Here at Bose University, we believe in three things: skill, innovation, and research for future. This is why we have designed our course curriculum to meet the future needs and to bridge the industry demand. We invest in our students to make them future ready and guide them to make their own path. Our alumni are our brand ambassador. We have added countless success stories over 50 years dedicated to the excellence. Our state-of-the-art infrastructure, library, workshop, laboratory, incubation center, playground, and indoor facility. We believe in the innovation and the future. Bose University, a legacy to lead.
like to
Welcome
request.
to the AI.
Now, I would like to request Professor Munish Vishwas to kindly come forward and present our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Bansurji, with the sapling as a token of our heartfelt appreciation and as a shared pledge to advance our collective goal of sustainability in agriculture. Sir, kindly come forward. Now, I would like all the distinguished dignitaries to please present a sapling to Professor Atul Mishra, sir. Everyone, please give them a warm round of applause. Thank you, sir. We now request our seminar chair, Professor Munish Vishwas, Dean Institutions and Chairperson of Department of Electronics Engineering, JC Bose University of Science and Technology, to kindly come to the stage to deliver the welcome address. Everyone, please give him a warm round of applause.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Rajiv Kumar Ji, our distinguished Chief Guest, Dr. Babal Kumar Ji, Chief Scientist, Central Scientific Instruments Organization, Chandigarh, Professor Ajay Ranga Ji, Registrar of the University, Professor Atul Mishra Ji, Dean, Academic Affairs, respected Deans, faculty colleagues, participants, research scholars and students, very good morning to all of you. It gives me pleasure and deep sense of responsibility to welcome you all of to this national seminar on smart and sustainable agriculture for Atmanirbhar Bharat technologies, policies and practices. At the very outset, I would like to begin with a timeless Sanskrit verse that beautifully reflects the importance of agriculture in our civilization. Krishirve Praninam Jivanam. Agriculture is indeed the life of all living beings. This simply yet profound thought reminds us that agriculture is not merely a sector of economy, it is the very foundation of human survival, dignity and civilization. Today we gather here, we stand at a very crucial juncture. On one hand, agriculture continues to be the backbone of our nation, supporting livelihoods, ensuring food security and sustaining rural economies. On the other hand, it faces unprecedented challenges, climate change, water scarcity, declining soil health, and increasing pressure on the resources. And at this time, we are witnessing a technology revolution in artificial intelligence, IoT, renewable energy, and data-driven systems. So the real question before us is not whether we change indeed, but how effectively we can harmonize technology with tradition. This seminar has envisioned with exactly purpose to create a meaningful platform where engineers meet agriculture, innovation meets sustainability, and research meets real-world application. The theme we are exploring, IoT-enabled smart farming, artificial intelligence in crop monitoring, precision irrigation, remote sensing, and renewable energy integration are not just an academic discussion, they are the solution for the future of India's agriculture. At this point, I would like to share a most powerful Sanskrit thought which beautifully captures the philosophy of sustainability and responsible utilization of resources. Ten takten bhunjitha ma gridha ekasvidhanam. Enjoy the resources with restraint and responsibility. Do not exploit what we belong to nature. This message is extremely relevant today. It reminds us that the sustainability is not just about technology, it is about balance, responsibility, and mindful utilization. I am truly delighted to see such enthusiastic participants from researchers, academicians, industry experts, young scholars from across the country. The wide range of research contributions presented in the seminar, from AI-based crop prediction to IoT-driven monitoring systems to renewable energy-based agriculture solutions, reflect the strength of interdisciplinary thinking. These are not just research papers, these are the pathways to empower farmers, optimize resources, and build a resilient agriculture ecosystem. I would like to take the opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to convener Dr. Manju Kumari and co-convener Dr. Lalit Rai and the entire organizing team for their dedication, hard work, and vision in making the seminar a reality. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor and respected Registrar for their continuous guidance and unwavering support. Dear participants, innovation becomes meaningful only when it reaches grassroots. The true success of our discussions today will not be measured only by presentation or publication, but by how effectively these ideas reach the field, support the farmer, and transform lives. We must strive to bridge the gap between laboratory research and field implementation, policy framework, and farmer realities, technologies, and accountability. Before I conclude, let me share our one more inspiring Sanskrit line: "Udyameni siddhanti karyani na manortai." Success is achieved through effort, not by wishes. Let this be our guiding principle as we work together to build a future that is innovative, sustainable, and self-reliant. With these words, I once again welcome you all and wish the seminar great success. I am confident that deliberation over these 2 days will lead to meaningful insights, strong collaboration, and impactful outcomes. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Your words have truly set the tone for what promises to be enriching and intellectually rewarding 2 days ahead.
We now invite the convener of this seminar, Dr. Manju Kumari, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics Engineering, to present the theme and objectives of this national seminar.
Respected Chief Guest, distinguished scientist from CSIO Chandigarh, Dr. Baban Kumar Sham Bansurji, Dr. Ghanpriya Singh from NIT Kurukshetra. She is also handling various projects on sustainable agriculture. Respected Chairperson, Department of Electronics Engineering, Professor Munish Vasis sir, and Professor Atul Mishra sir, Dean Academics Affairs, Professor Pradeep Dimri sir, Dean Student Welfare, all the dignitaries, faculty members, researchers, and my dear students. A very warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you. Dear all, India is a country where farming is not just a job, it is a way of life. For thousands of years, our farmers have worked this land with dedication, with patience, and with faith. The same hand that sows seed in the soil are the hands that feed this nation. Our ancient wisdom said it best. The Atharvaveda tells us, Mata Bhumi Putro Aham Prithviya. The earth is my mother and I am her child. This is the powerful reminder that the earth is not just a resource, it is our mother. And just like a mother, she must be protected, cared for, and respected. But today, our agriculture is facing real challenges. The weather is changing, water is getting scarce, and the demand for food keeps growing. These are not future problems, these are today's problems. And this is exactly why we are here today. Because technology is now giving us new tools to solve these old problems. Tools like artificial intelligence, satellite monitoring, smart sensors, and precision farming. Institutions like CSIO are building instruments that check the health of our soil and water. When science meets soil, when technology meets tradition, When innovation meets the farmer's wisdom, that is when a truly sustainable future emerges. The Rig Veda puts it beautifully: Sangach Hadvam, Samvadvam, Samvo Manamasi, Janutam. Let us walk together, speak together, and think together. No single institution can do this alone. We need scientists, we need policymakers, we need teachers, and we need farmers all sitting at the same table. That is Atmanirbhar Bharat. I want to personally thank our chief guest from CSIO for being here today. Your work is an inspiration, especially for the young minds in this room who will lead this country tomorrow. And my sincere thanks to every volunteer, every faculty members, and every organizers who made this event possible. Before I close, one last thought from the Yajurved: Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya. May everyone be happy, may everyone be free from illness. In farming, this prayer means one simple thing: when the farmer is okay, the country is okay. When farming is sustainable, the world will thrive. So let us work together with knowledge, with care, and new ideas, and with responsibility to build our future with technology helps the farmer where nature is protected and where agriculture builds a truly Atmanirbhar Bharat. With these words, I welcome each one of you and wish this seminar every bit of success it deserves. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. It is truly heartening to see the Department of Electronics Engineering taking the lead in bridging advanced technology with one of the most vital sectors of our nation, that is agriculture.
We now come to a moment we have all been looking forward to, the address by our chief guest. It is my honor to introduce him. Dr. Baban Kumar Sham Bansurji is a senior principal scientist at CSIR, Central Scientific Instrument Organization, Chandigarh, and a professor at the Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research. He is a senior member of IEEE USA and a fellow of IETE India.
Sir research span IoT, artificial intelligence, precision farming, water quality monitoring, and grain quality sensing, areas that are directly relevant to the theme of our seminar today. He has conceived and led major national and international programs, including the awesome initiative for integrated IoT-driven water sustainability solutions, and has established an active research collaboration with institutions in UK, Italy, Israel, and Finland. He has also played a key role in establishing national testing centers for COVID-19 disinfection system deployed at the Indian Parliament, Indian Railway, and elsewhere across the country. We are truly privileged to have him with us today. Sir, we warmly request you to please come up on the stage and address this gathering.
Everyone, please give him a warm round of applause.
Good morning all. Hope you are doing well. So it's really a privilege to be here amongst all of you on this beautiful day, pleasant weather. So respected Vice Chancellor Professor Rajiv Kumarji, guest of honor Dr. Bimal K. Bhattacharya who will be joining us tomorrow. Seminar Chair Professor Munish Vashishji and Professor Ajay Rangaji, Registrar, all deans sitting over here, Pradeep Kumarji, Atul Mishraji, Professor Pradeep Dimriji, Convener Dr. Manju Kumari, Co-Convener Dr. Lalit Rai, faculty member, researchers, and dear students. My warm wishes to all of you. Good morning. And it's really my proud privilege to be here in Jagdish Chandra Bose, J.C. Bose, University of Science and Technology. It is a privilege to be here for this national seminar on smart and sustainable agriculture for Atmanirbhar Bharat. I thanks the people who are managing the dais for introducing me to the audience. So India's, agriculture, we all know, has made remarkable progress over the years. And we have achieved food security at scale, built strong production capacity, and continue to support millions of livelihood across the country. And there is growing adoption of technology, increasing policy support, and a clear push toward modernization and sustainability. However, despite these achievements, there are still fundamental gaps that we must address. And I'll not sugarcoat the things, I'll be very straightforward about it. India's agriculture is really productive, no doubts about it. Lot of production we are making, we have made almost 3 times, 5 times what we were doing pre-independence or immediately after post-independence. But at the same time, we are really very inefficient as far as the agricultural practices are concerned. And how? That I'll tell you. For example, we consume massive water resources. Massive water resources. Our water efficiency compared to the global standards is just 40% compared to 60%, 70% the global standards, the developed countries what they have. Nutrient management is largely unoptimized. We are using huge nutrients, fertilizers, urea and all that. And as a result, what is happening, everybody is aware, we have contaminated complete soil, water and air matrix. Okay. And obviously it is leading to various health hazards. There is a train called in Malwa region called as cancer train which runs from there. It is all because of the heavy pesticides and fertilizer applications in especially water intensive, nutrient intensive states. And decisions are based on approximation rather than measurement. All the decisions what we are doing, the agriculture community especially, what they are doing is based on approximation. What we are doing is uniform broadcasting of most of the agriculture inputs. So as a result, there is underdosing or there is overdosing at some of the parts of the fields. Okay. And obviously when we are not doing optimized input applications, your productivity also not will be optimized. And that you can see if you compare the imported apple or some any other agriculture produce and the Indian apple or Indian agriculture produce, you will see the difference, huge difference. It's all because of the nutrient optimizations that they do in their country. Whereas we are not doing it, and as a result, there are multiple losses. One is that we are applying the more inputs, we are not getting higher productivity, we are investing more costs, the profitability is less, and finally, which is worse, we are actually damaging our resources. Okay, and therefore there cannot be sustainability. And this gap between the data and decision is where the technology must intervene, I think. The gap because of which we are unable to do the optimization of the all agricultural inputs, what crop should be there, what input should be there, where it should be there, and at what time it should be there. So this gap between the data and decision is where the technology must intervene, and that is where I think this Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose, JC Bose University of Science and Technology can play a vital role, because you are the guys who are actually bringing the excellence in engineering. So smart agriculture is not about digital gadgets, it is about measurable and data-driven agriculture. So that is what we have to actually foresee and actually implement in the real grounds. And you know that when we talk of smart agriculture, there comes a sensors. Okay, a complete IoT architecture. If you talk, there is a sensors, there is a IoT, there is a cloud, there is a data analytics, there is dashboard visualization, there is a decision support, there is a variable rate application. So there is a complete chain of it. Okay, and the sensors play a very, very vital role. They are kind of heart of the system because they will quantify soil, water, basically complete spatio-temporal variability. Spatio-temporal variability, I mean that you will be able to quantify the spatial variability, which will include your soil dynamics, soil profile in terms of the soil nutrients, in terms of soil conductivity, pH. soil physico-chemical attributes. So once you know that, so you'll be able to decide that my land is good for what I should be planting, and then when you apply the inputs, where you should be applying, and then how much you should be applying, and at what time you should be applying. So it is like diagnosis, like doctors, they diagnose the, if I relate the analogy, I have to give the analogy between the agriculture and the human beings. So agriculture doctor and human, let's say human doctor. So the way doctor treats the patient, they do the diagnosis and then they would give the prescriptions and treatments. So likewise, similar way, we have to firstly diagnose the soil, that what is there, what is existing, the base mapping. And then only you can decide what should be the application to it. Okay, without diagnosis, without actually analyzing, you are simply applying, and that is where we are actually defaulting. So multi-parameter systems will improve the reliability and analytic, because why multi-parameter system? Why we have to measure the spatio-temporal variability, especially soil and temporal variabilities like weather. Weather also plays the important role. So meteorological aspects should be also taken into account. And then also the crop growth parameters, okay, how the crop is growing and health monitoring day-to-day basis or weekly basis or monthly basis as the crop demands. So this spatio-temporal variability mapping should be there, and the multi-parameter system will improve the reliability, because the real world is multivariate. There are multiple dimensions, it is multivariate, it is complex, the soil is very complex, it's dynamic, it's complete nexus, or you can say integration between soil, water and air. That is how the whole agri system works. And therefore multi-parameter systems improve the reliability. And these multi-parameter systems, actually how we have to solve? We have to apply the analytics, data analytics, wherein your artificial intelligence, machine learning plays very, very important role. Through artificial intelligence, through this analytics, you will be getting the insights, okay? The layers can be, for example, as I talked about mapping the spatio-temporal variability, you have the layers of information mapping. And that information, what do you do next? Only just sensing will make no sense, okay? For example, you have taken your blood report or CT scan, MRI scan, just by doing that will not serve any purpose. Now you have to integrate and do the analytics about it. So likewise, whatever spatio-temporal variability layers you have measured, mapped, maybe through ground layers, maybe through the airborne layer or maybe spaceborne layers, different data metrics you can just layers you can compile, and then you apply the artificial intelligence machine learning techniques on it and develop various models, maybe your deep learning models, classification models, regression models, depending upon the requirement. And then accordingly, next stage is actually you give the footprint, prescription footprints, that what should be the application now. So then it will be like variable rate application. Presently, as I said, it is all uniform rate application, because one size fits all. That is not the case actually. Okay, that is how we normally treat the problems. One size fits all, but that is not the case. Real world scenario is always very complex and multi-dimensionality is there. So once you have this multi-dimensionality analytics performed, then you go for the variable rate applications. That means some part of the soil will need the nutrient rate N1, other part of the soil will need nutrient rate N2. So there is no underdosing or overdosing. If some area, some region needs just 1 kg of fertilization or any other input application, you are not putting 10 kg of it. It is like you are, overdoing it. Okay? So like when you eat something more, your stomach gets upset. So likewise, your agriculture soil stomach gets upset and it malperforms. So you will not get better outputs. So variable rate application is the last stage, wherein you apply the variable rates depending upon the requirement at various regions and requirement of the crops. So from my own experience, my own work, which I'll be talking more in my basically presentation, which I'll be doing, wherein the details will be given, I can say clearly the single parameter measurement is often misleading. So the real world systems requires multivariable approaches to achieve accuracy, like I said, mentioned to you. So that is what the approach we need. Now there is something called as sustainability, and we often actually misuse this word sustainability. Sustainable is what something which is not dying when we use it today. It is not dying and it is also available tomorrow. Okay. So sustainable agriculture must ensure that how the sustainability will happen, that we must ensure that whatever resources are available, we should optimally use the resources. Because if we will not optimally use it, You see, for example, in Punjab or many other states like UP or many other agriculture intensive states like Maharashtra and so on, especially in Punjab, you can see that wheat and paddy that cycle, and as a result that lot of water is being pumped because there is subsidy, there is no bill and all that, and so they are just pumping it without knowing that, because there is no optimization, right? There is no water use efficiency concept. So as a result, जो पानी पहले 20 फीट पे, 10 फीट पे, 40 फीट पे अवेलेबल था, वो आज 400 फीट, 200 फीट नीचे चला गया. And everybody is those, I think people all, very eminent and knowledgeable people sitting here, they know that almost every year, 2 to 4 feet, 5 feet of water table depth is going down and down in the Punjab region, because we have a lot of now tube wells and all that, they are pumping continuously the water. So the resource optimization is very, very important, and in that direction, in fact, Ministry of Jal Shakti and very good departments are taking good, initiatives which talks about water use efficiency. If, for example, they will put this IoT and this kind of technology in some pilot demonstration, in fact, CSR is going to implement that program, wherein they will demonstrate that, let's say in some block, some particular farmer uses some 10,000 liters of water, another farmer uses 1 lakh liters of water or 50,000 liters of water. They are producing same productivity, or maybe because of the optimization, 10,000 liter farmer is producing more productivity, same crop, paddy or wheat. So that will demonstrate and benchmark that how water use efficiency plays the role. And based on that, then there can be incentivization, there can be rewards, there can be penalty, or there can be tier tariffs also. For example, in energy, we give 300 units in free in Punjab. And what they do is, as soon as you cross that 300 units, then you will be charged. Okay, so something like that. So if you cross certain limits of water use efficiency, water is consumed, and if you cross that limit, then you will be put in a different bracket of tariff. So something like that. And even if you want to reward somebody, that somebody is just consuming 10,000 liters of water, then you can give the reward so that other person can get motivated. And such good practices, if you want to perform, you need to have a concept of water use efficiency in agriculture. Like as I said, because 40% is the efficiency in our country compared to the 60 or 80% in other countries. So for that, CSIR is going to conduct a pilot demonstration in Punjab and Chhattisgarh regions, almost 7 to 10,000 hectares of land, wherein we will demonstrate this water use efficiency by the application of these technologies. Because unless you quantify, because without quantification, you have to have evidence-driven policy makings. Okay, or evidence-driven. If somebody says, how are you rewarding that person? So here is the data. Which data says that you have consumed 10,000 liters, others have consumed 50,000 liters, but productivity is better than you. So that kind of incentivization is possible. Okay. So resource optimization is very, very important in order to have sustainability. Then economic viability. Okay, if something is not economically viable, still the things are not possible. And scalability. If something you are going to demonstrate in the lab or some small research farms, but it is not demonstrated across the country in a bigger level, so it is not possible. So sustainability will need this kind of resource efficiency and economic viability. Without economic viability, we will not be able to implement the solutions, and the scalability. So if any one of these fails, the whole system will collapse actually. So in my views, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture is actually what means the agricultural intelligence. AI, artificial intelligence, agricultural intelligence, and Atmanirbhar Bharat will come through the agricultural intelligence, wherein we'll apply a lot of AI and these kind of tools, techniques, which will means that we'll have indigenous technologies, local manufacturing, because we cannot rely upon the imported systems. Imported systems are not designed for our agroclimatic zones, right? They are not designed for your solutions. Okay, so they are not tailored for your requirements. So if it is not tailored for your requirement, okay, जैसे आपका कोई कुर्ता पैजामा है, कोई सूट आप पहन रहे हो, it is not tailored for you, it will not fit you. So likewise, your solutions imported है, they are not tailored for your agroclimatic zones. They are actually designed for their countries. So it is not required, not fit for your countries. So therefore, we will need the solutions, local manufacturing, to make the Atmanirbhar Bharat and reduce the dependence on imports, save a lot of foreign exchange, and we should not rely on external systems for our agricultural needs, which will actually make us handicapped. And to the students and researchers here, my special request is that let us not only do the optimizations just for publications alone. So I think let us start building systems that work in the field and just not in the lab. And we should ask questions to ourselves while doing so, that can it survive in the rural conditions? Because something that you develop in the labs, it will not work in the field. Because field scenario is totally different. Field constraints are totally different. There is a harsh condition, there is a temperature, there is a dust, there is a rain, moisture, humidity. So these conditions totally vary when you go from lab to land. So lab to land translation should happen, and we should make sure that whatever we are doing, it should actually survive in the real conditions. And also that can farmer use it easily, user friendliness. If you do something that farmers cannot use, it will not serve any purpose. You will just give something in English language, some good app and all that. If it is not, farmers will not be able to understand it. It should be in his local language or something like that. So user convenience, user friendliness is very, very important. As you know that why Nokia was very, very, hit and popular at times, because of the user friendliness. So user friendliness plays very, very important role. And can it scale affordably? So affordability is very, very important. If they cannot scale it affordably, आप IoT solution ले जाओ, moisture sensor ले जाओ, soil sensor ले जाओ, कोई app ले जाओ, अगर उसके अंदर affordability नहीं है, we cannot scale it up. So this will remain incomplete if we will not take care of those aspects. So I think this seminar today should lead to the collaboration. It should not end here that we are sitting, we are listening, we are interacting, but it should not end over here. We should be bringing the collaborations together. Field deployments of the technology should happen through the mutual collaboration. Industry, academia and research institution, they should have strong synergy. This is the one thing which I feel in our country is lacking at this moment. We have produced, champions literally in every area, every sectors. Across the world, in fact, you take example of US or European countries, any other developed countries. Why they are developed, why they are champions, why they are leading is all because the Indians are performing over there. It is all Indians. You take example of any country. You remove Indians from there and they don't exist actually. You take examples of big companies also, Microsoft, Intel, everywhere the Indians are sitting. So I think if that synergy is not happening within the country, between the institutions, that synergy between the institutions, academia, industry and research institutions. For example, some proof of concepts can happen in the academia, and then those proof of concepts, we can do the translation from lab to the land through the research lab like CSIR. They can do the lab to lab translation, and the manufacturing, the upscaling part can be taken care by the industries. So that kind of synergy we need. And innovations and startups, of course, and the students can contribute. So agriculture does not need more ideas now, it needs the implementation. So let us move from measurement to the understanding and to the action. That is how I think is the way forward and the pathways for the sustainable agriculture. And this is how the smart agriculture becomes sustainable. So at the end, I will conclude by urging and requesting all of you that team Jagdish Chandra Bose, JC Bose, University of Science and Technology, let us arise, awake and stop not till we reach the goal, as said by Swamika Vivekananda. So let us join hands together, let us bring that required synergy. And I think by being here from the research lab, I think that kind of synergy, I'll have an opportunity to interact with you, and let us make best of these possibilities. So thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those insightful and motivating words.
We are delighted to share that we have among us another distinguished personality, Dr. Ghanpriya Singh, who will be chairing the technical session in a short while. Now I request Dr. Shailja Jain and Dr. Manju Kamari to welcome her with a sapling. Everyone, please give them a warm round of applause. Thank you, ma'am. Now, we come to a cherished moment of this inaugural ceremony, the unveiling of the souvenir of our national seminar. The souvenir reflection of the knowledge, dedication, and collective spirit that has gone into organizing this event. We cordially request our chief guest, Dr. Baban Kumar Shambansurji, along with all the distinguished dignitaries, to kindly come forward and grace us with a formal unveiling of this seminar. Kindly come forward, and everyone please give them a warm round of applause.
ऊपर कर ले ऊपर ही कर ले स्टेज पे मैम everyone thank you
We now have the honor of inviting Professor Atul Mishra, Dean Academic Affairs, JC Bose University of Science and Technology, to address this seminar. Sir's academic leadership and mentorship has been a source of inspiration for students and faculty alike, and we're delighted to have his perspective on the theme of today's session. Sir, we kindly request you to come upon the stage and address the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Baban Kumar Bansod Sir, Chief Scientist, CSIO, Chandigarh. Seminar Chair and Chairperson of the Department, Professor Monish Vashish Ji. Seminar Advisor, Professor Pradeep Kumar Dimri Ji. Convener, Dr. Manju Kumari, and Co-Convener, Dr. Lalit Rai. Session chairs, moderators, dear faculty members, research scholars, industry guests, and students. A very warm good morning to all of you. I stand here today representing our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Rajiv Kumar, who expressed his sincere regrets for not being able to be present here in person due to certain exigency. On his behalf, I convey heartiest congratulations to the Department of Electronics Engineering for organizing this timely and nationally relevant seminar. The theme, as we all know, smart and sustainable agriculture for Atmanirbhar Bharat, is very relevant to where India stands today. We all know that agriculture is the backbone of our Indian economy, employing nearly half of our workforce. Yet it faces formidable challenges, and Sir has very beautifully summarized all of those challenges, presented them very well in front of you, along with a pathway how to handle those. So I'll just kind of reiterate quickly. Like as Professor Manish Vashish also said, there are various climatic challenges like erratic monsoons, rising temperatures, shifting pest and disease patterns. The water challenges are there because of over-dependence on monsoon for us. The groundwater depletion, which Sir has pointed out, the insufficient irrigation. So all these challenges are there. The soil degradation is another factor. There is a social angle to it also because of migration of lot of youth from rural areas to urban areas. which is certainly impacting the workforce in agriculture. And there is always, as we know, the growing population. For the growing population, there is always a pressing need to feed this population. So all these challenges, all in all, they present a scenario in front of us where solution is not to move away from our farming roots, but to see intelligently how we can bring technology into this arena, in this forte, and then address those. Specifically for our university, which is deeply rooted in the legacy and ethos of Sir Professor J.C. Bose, a scientist who himself bridged the boundary between the living and the non-living. For the first time, he talked about the life in plants and how we can scientifically measure all these things. It's a natural home for such interdisciplinary researches endeavors. So when electronic engineering reaches into farm fields through IoT sensors, AI-driven crop predictions, and satellite-based remote sensing, it fulfills exactly what the vision of Professor J.C. Bose would have been. As I was going through the list of research papers which are to be presented over the next 2 days, I saw very relevant topics which the challenge which Sir has pointed out and Professor Munish talked about. So most of the topics are related to the precision agriculture, smart irrigation, drone technology, data security in farming, renewable energy integration, the data analytics aspects I talked about, the AI concept. So they all show what best our faculty, researchers and students have to offer. And I'm proud of the fact that the university is playing a very meaningful role in addressing these national priorities. I want to acknowledge our distinguished speaker from CSIO Chandigarh. Sir, your presence will, I'm pretty sure, definitely will send a very, very powerful signal to all the attendees of this seminar that yes, it is possible to work hard and reach from classroom to cutting edge national research institutes. So thank you very much for your presence here. To every participant present in the auditorium, I would like to say one thing, that don't keep these discussions which will happen over the next 2 days confined to these auditoriums. Let the ideas expressed here, exchanged here, find their ways to more of research arenas, research publications, startup ventures, policy makings, and ultimately into the hand of our real stakeholder, our farmer. So once again, on the behalf of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Rajiv Kumar, and the entire academic leadership of the university, I wish this program a great success. Jai Bharat, Jai Kisan. Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your words reflect the deep commitment of this university towards meaningful, industry-relevant and socially impactful education.
We now request Dr. Lalit Rai, Co-Convener and Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics Engineering, to kindly come forward and deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all of you. थोड़ा डिफरेंट है इसलिए थोड़ा टाइम ले रहा हूँ, ठीक है। दरिया तलाशना, कहीं सहरा तलाशना, बहुत मुश्किल है अपनी सी दुनिया तलाशना। अब इसका रेलेवेंस पार्ट पे आओगे तो वो शायद मुझे भी नहीं पता। आप सिर्फ 10 मिनट वेट करो, आपको इसका मीनिंग समझ में आएगा मैं क्यों बोला इसको मैंने, ठीक है। और अब फॉर्मली मैं इसको आपको इंट्रोड्यूस कर दूँ, द वोट ऑफ थैंक्स पार्ट। रिस्पेक्टेड चीफ गेस्ट, गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर, distinguished dignitaries, my teachers, of course my teachers are there, Pradeep sir is there, Bhavan sir is there, he is my teacher. Next, dear students, आपको तो बड़ा बहुत ज़्यादा थैंक यू। एक कलमाइका का सीजन चल रहा है, उसके बावजूद आप यहाँ बैठे हो और चुपचाप बैठे हो, Thank you. Standing here today at the inaugural session of the seminar, I feel not just honored but deeply grateful because what we witnessed today was not just an inaugural session, it was the beginning of a journey of ideas, innovation, and inspiration. Before I begin, I would like to say something honestly. If I miss mentioning someone's name, please do not take it as a lack of gratitude because this seminar has not been built by a few individuals. It has been built by collective effort, silent contributions, and shared beliefs. And also, the order in which I thank people doesn't define their importance because in this journey, everyone has been equally participated. Today, as I stand here, I see my teachers, Pradeep sir, Bhavan sir, sitting in front of me, and I am reminded of something very special about them. When they speak, they simply doesn't speak. They create a world around you, a world which ideas flow. I am your student, sir, and honestly, I am not be able to express myself as beautifully as you do. But today, if I can just express my gratitude sincerely, that would be enough. Every big initiative begins with a small thought. Everyone knows this. And this seminar also begins with one such thought. I would like to acknowledge Madhu, that my student standing there, who brought forward the idea of sustainable agriculture while pursuing her research. That idea was not just an academic topic, it became a seed, and that seed found the right person, Dr. Manju Kumari, our convener of this program, who did not just see it as a research, but as an opportunity to create awareness, to connect engineer with agriculture, and to bring change at a larger level. And that was the first step of this journey. We were further fortunate to have Professor Munish Vashish, our chairperson, whose guidance did not just support us, it gave us confidence and direction. And this reflects something beautiful about our department. It is not just a place of learning, it is a place where ideas are encouraged, efforts are supported, and people grow together. तो मेरे ख्याल से इस पर्टिकुलर लाइन से आप सभी बच्चे इत्तेफाक रखते होंगे। आपके पास अगर कोई भी प्रपोजल आता हो और आप मुनीष सर के पास जाते हो या हमारे चेयरपर्सन या हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में किसी फैकल्टी के पास जाते हो, सब उसको आपको इनकरेज करते हैं, हाँ गो हैड, इट्स योर टास्क एंड वी आर विद यू। और इनकेस ऑफ फ्यूचर में कोई ऐसा प्रपोजल लाते हैं तो आपको मैं अश्योरेंस देता हूँ, उसको हम वेलकम करेंगे और टिल द फाइनल हम उसको लेकर जाएंगे। ठीक है बच्चों। Next, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor for giving us the approval and encouragement to turn this idea into reality. This seminar is truly a result of vision, mentorship, and teamwork. We are honored to have Dr. Bimal Kumar Bhattacharya, Group Director ISRO Ahmedabad, as our guest of honor. Though he could not join us today, his association itself is a matter of great pride of us. He will be joining us tomorrow. At the same time, we are extremely privileged to have with us Dr. Bhavan Kumar sir as our chief guest, and we look forward to his keynote address that will further enrich this seminar. And we also have Dr. Ghanpriya madam, who will be chairing the parallel session after a short while. I also extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Atul Mishra sir for joining us at short notice, and to our respected advisors Dr. Neelam and Dr. Pradeep sir for their valuable guidance. And now I want to acknowledge that those who often remain behind the scenes but are the real pillar of this event, our organizing team. That is comprising of Shailendra sir, Neetu madam, Sona madam, Nitin madam. Thank you sir, thank you madam. The effort, the coordination, the sleepless hours, and still everything appears. अच्छा, प्रशांत सर का नाम भूल गया. Thank you sir. And still everything appears seamless. That is dedication to my colleagues. Thank you for all your constant support. And to our students, yes students, I will name some of my students. I think Satish is there, Rishabh is there, Yogesh is there, and many more. बाकी बात नाम मुझे याद नहीं है. आप सभी को भी thank you. You are just not a participants here. You are the energy of this seminar. Your curiosity, your enthusiasm, your presence, it what gives meaningful to all our efforts. और ज़्यादा नहीं बोलेंगे बेटा, ये लोग इसको खत्म करते हैं. Thank you. अब मैं पार्ट पे आता हूँ जो जिस मैंने उसको शेयर ही बोलेंगे शायद. तो वो शेयर ऐसा कुछ था, फिर से रिपीट कर दूँ अगर आपको हो तो. Thank you. दरिया तलाशना, कहीं सहरा तलाशना. मतलब क्या है कि छोटा सा पौधा है, उसको कभी पानी की रिक्वायरमेंट है, कभी उसको धूप की रिक्वायरमेंट है. और ऐसा नहीं होगा हर टाइम उसका क्लाइमेट जोन हमेशा सेम रहेगा. हमेशा क्या आपका जो वेदर कंडीशन बार बार चेंज होती रहेगी. लेकिन उसके बाद फाइनली मैंने उसके बारे में एक और फर्दर एक जो लाइन मैंने पढ़ी थी वो क्या था, बहुत मुश्किल है अपनी सी दुनिया तलाशना. मतलब एक छोटा सा पौधा है, उसको डिफरेंट कंडीशंस मिल रही है. वो ग्रो होगा नहीं ग्रो होगा वो टोटली क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस पे है. अगर उसको सब कुछ एज पर रिक्वायरमेंट मिल जाता है तो वो ग्रो करेगा. तो ऐसे ही शायद हमारे स्टूडेंट्स भी हैं, वो भी एक हमारे पौधे की तरह है. हम कोशिश करेंगे अपने बच्चों के लिए कि बच्चों एक अच्छी सी गाइडेंस दे ताकि जो वो अचीव करना चाहें वो कर पाए. थैंक यू बच्चों.
Thank you, sir. It is a wonderful reminder of the many hands and minds that come together to make an event at this scale possible.
As we come to the close of the inaugural session of this national seminar, we rise in the honor of this nation. The nation whose farmers we celebrate, whose food security we are committed to strengthening, and whose future we are here to contribute. A contribution not just for our country alone, but for the rest of the world as well.
We request all present to kindly rise for our national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा. तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे. गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. Everyone, please be seated. With this, we formally conclude the inaugural session of the National Seminar on Smart and Sustainable Agriculture for Atmanirbhar Bharat.
As our former Prime Minister, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji once said, कृषि हमारी जड़ें हैं और विज्ञान हमारे पंख. Agriculture is our root and science is our wings. Thank you all. We now extend a warm invitation for a high tea demonstration.